Damn, I just literally thought of something. So we were having an argument about how much money I should save per month out of the check that I get. I make $1,171 a month. So they were like, you need to save a little bit more. Like I was saving 171 at one point, and she was just like, I think this is too small. So I was like, you know what? I knew this was going to be a problem. What do you want me to save? And my sister, Diana, was like, I save 20% every 2 weeks. And I just thought of this. I was like, I should have made an argument that said, well, if you save 20% every 2 weeks, that means every 4 weeks you're saving 10%. You know, you have to split it. If you were to stretch out that 2 weeks into 4 weeks, that would be 10%. It's because I was reading up on Gemini, and Gemini said that you should save between uh 10 to 15%, 10 to 20%. So, you know, gathering all that information, you had to think like if you're making $2,000 a month and you're saving 20% of that 2,000, you have a lot more money to play with, especially every 2 weeks. But that means that every month you're saving 40%. And that is a really high amount to be saving. You don't really need to save that much money unless you have a lot of money. That's the thing. Like, my sister is saving up to buy a house. She's not saving up to buy a computer. That's how you have to think about it, because you got to think about it in scale as well. I'm The only things that I can purchase that are big purchases would be something that's like $1,000, something that's my whole month's paycheck. Now she can buy something for $1,000 every month, and it wouldn't bother her. You know what I mean? She makes $4,000 a month. So $1,000 is not going to hurt her. So we were going back and forth, and we were talking, and I was just like, what's your expenses? She's like, all right, well, a lot of my expenses goes to bills. There's the student loan. There's two student loans, a car note, insurance, um, and credit cards. So that's like five things, and that adds up to I forgot how much. But at the end of the month, she has about like 2,000. So she has like $2,000 to spend, even though she's paying all of these loans and car note and saving as well. And then she's gonna put an extra $300 into her IRA. And I'm just sitting there like, bro, you have a lot of money to play with, and you're telling someone that's in my position to save 20% out of a monthly check. It doesn't even make sense to me. It's like, bro, that's a lot. And I was reading on Gemini, and Gemini said that um for someone in your position, the fact that you make so much the fact that you make this much money, the fact that you only make $1,100 a month means that you should be saving about 10% of your uh money. So I put that I was saving $171, and it was like you should be saving 10%, which is about 156. And it was saying, this is what Gemini told me. This is literally what AI told me. You should save a little less. Okay, you're saving a lot, and that's amazing, but you should save a little less because you have to think about your mental health. You have to understand that you're a human being that needs to function, and in order to function, you need money. So it was interesting that AI told me, hey man, maybe you should maybe you should save a little less. Like, you're saving a lot. $171 out of $1,100 is a lot of money. You don't see it, you don't think about it, but when you put it in a practical environment, it doesn't work. You need money to function. And I'm a 30-year-old guy. So I spend money like it's water very easily. So for someone to step in and be like, I want to control your finances, and they make four times the amount that you make, it's pretty, it's like, what are you doing? And it makes me think about, like how we have people in power and these people make so much money and they are basically controlling how much we spend. Like they have no control over how much they spend. You know what I mean? Like they're buying houses that are so big that it has its own zip code, and they are telling you how to manage your house. And your house is a single family home in south side of Edison that only costs $176,000, and their house costs 30 million. And you're telling me how to spend my money? That's ridiculous.